Well, welcome along, everybody. Great to have you here for the live stream tonight. I hope you will enjoy it all. Just let me know to make sure you can hear everything happening on the live stream. That would be fantastic. So, tonight, what can we look forward to? Well, at the moment, what we have running is a stream of my Meet Ant Outworld. So right in the center there, I'm not sure if you can see it, there's a little cricket there that I've collected that was dead, and I've just dropped it into the Outworld just so I've got something there to have a little look at in the Outworld. Always enjoy watching this colony, and it's going really well. So how is everyone tonight so far? Got a few here on the chat already, which is really nice. Trying this new software as well, which is so far so good. I think it's going to improve my live streaming a little bit, and hopefully because of the setup of the software, we can have these a little bit more often. How would everybody feel about a few more live streams coming in? There doesn't seem to be too many people that do it, so I think it might be nice to have a few more and a bit of a chat together with everybody. Now, we're going to have a little look tonight at my meat ant colony. Just have a little bit of a look around, have a good look at the outworld, what's going on out there, but also have a little look inside the nest if we can. And then I'm going to change tacks over to the beautiful Myrmecia brevinota colony. So looking forward to that. So first of all, let's welcome a few people to the chat. So welcome Gordon C, great to have you along. Fantastic that you're able to join me here today. Welcome Christian Yeo as well, fantastic. And Terry S in the chat, always good to have you along as well. I'm glad you could make it. Hopefully it's not a terrible time for you anyway. Where's everybody coming in from? Just let me know in the comments where you're joining from. That'd be fantastic. All right, so what we have running here at the moment with my meat ant colony, they are expanding extremely quickly. So this outworld is fairly inundated with workers, as you can see. They've made quite a few changes, and I probably am due to do a bit of a update on this colony. If I pan out a little bit, you'll be able to see how active they are. So the outworld certainly is great for them, but as you can see, it's a hive of activity as well. Over on the left-hand side, you can really see that we've got a bit of a rubbish pile going as well. So it does need a little bit of a clean out. And with meat ants, they always like to move things around a lot. Whenever you see these colonies in the wild, they certainly do like to clear everything around the colony, around the actual nest entrances, to make it nice and easy for them to carry food back to the nest. Okay, fantastic. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a closer look at some of these. And I'll just zoom in here a little bit and let's see how the camera goes, focusing in a little bit more on the activity. I think we're achieving some pretty good stuff with this camera, definitely better than my previous live streams, I think. Thank you very much, Terry S. I really appreciate that super chat. Thank you very much. That is fantastic. All right. So I'd like to know, has anybody got meat ants in their collection? Iridomyrmex perpeus, do you have them in your collection? And if so, what size is your colony? This colony of mine has grown extremely fast, especially once they're established. It's been going very well. But that means that you're continually needing to upgrade and make everything nice and big. Plenty of room for them. Fantastic. All right. Excellent. So we've got Terry. He's got meat ants 90 days ago. How many workers have you got, or is it just a queen at this stage, Terry? And then we've got Gordon. Yep, he's got a very small colony of them running as well. Okay, excellent. So a little bit of experience here in the chat. And then we've got Piss ants. I did have them as my first colony, but they died a year ago. Looking to get more. Yeah, excellent. Very good. Yeah, they're a very, very popular species to have. And I think that's basically because of their growth. Very quick to grow. And, you know, that has the pluses and the minuses from doing that. So what we might do is I might actually see if I can get a little bit of interesting stuff into the nest. Let's have a little bit of a closer look in the nest. Okay, Terry, so you've got a queen, 2 workers and some brood, up to 18 workers, a lot of eggs still in the test tube. All right, well, it looks like it's well underway. Should be going okay. Once you've got that brood going, I found with my meat ants in the very early stages, it really was critical to ensure that you kept those protein levels up to them. I found the first workers that came out, they didn't last too long. So you needed to keep that protein pumping through for the queen and for the new brood to be able to feed that new brood. And once I got over the little bit of the hump of probably reached about a dozen to 20 workers, then they were away, and they haven't stopped since then. So what I'll do is I'm going to just open up and have a little bit of a look. Let's try and get some footage inside the nest. Okay. Yeah, great work, Terry. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, keep that protein up to them, and that's going to be super essential. So let me have a look here. I'm going to just zoom back a bit. See how we go here, because it is a little bit difficult to focus in, but here we go. You can see inside the nest here now. So there's plenty of activity in here, plenty of brood going. You can see over there next to the hydration over on this side, we have a fair bit of brood going just in here, and then this is the case through a lot of the nest as well. And as you can see, the nest is large. There we go. Bit of a look there, and we can see some of the piles of brood that we have in here. Certainly is doing well. Very good. How nice is that? Really good to see the amount of brood in there. And really, this colony just really keeps that protein up to all of this brood. And the development is super quick. I really should look at how soon it was from an egg to a worker, but that's really hard to know. So anyway, I'll have to work on that one, but it won't be long at all. They're very, very quick. Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much, Terry. Okay, it wasn't a super chat. Something flashed up and I couldn't quite see it in time. I assumed it was that. But welcome to Patreon. Fantastic to have you along. Part of the Patreon team. So Yeah, Terry in there. There's a few other ones. Gordon sees one of the Patreons as well. That's on here right now. You really do get some behind the scenes sort of stuff. I ask a lot of advice, or have some surveys and questions, and keep you up to date with what's happening and what I'm planning. So really good to have you along there. Welcome, Ants Epping as well. Welcome to the chat there. Yes, plenty of brood indeed. I'm going to need some new nests soon. What does everyone think of that? These nests that I have, these 3D printed nests. Just pan back over to them, so you can sort of see them there. What does everyone think of those? I'm pretty happy with them. You can see a little bit of the dirt that's come in, so they've brought that from the outside, which you can see over here. Yes, they've brought a bit of the dirt from the outworld, and they seem to have plugged up and made it a bit more, what should I say, airtight around some of the chambers, which is really interesting. They've really made it their own, and filled in a few of the gaps there. As you know, they need to regulate the humidity inside a nest, so very essential that they do that. But it's been really nice. It's been really nice to be able to have these nests and to be easily able to expand the nests as well. See if we can get in there a bit easier. It's a bit hard with the lighting, unfortunately, but able to get some decent close-ups, see what's going on in there. Wherever Queen Opal is, I do not know, and the scavenger gems. So I'll just go over here and we'll just have a little bit of a look. As you can see, I've just topped up their sugar water. You can see they're really enjoying that over there at the moment. Take a closer look. Get better and better at these live stream. I'll just see if I can focus in there a bit. Always something new with photography and cameras. Yeah, so I found with these colony, these liquid feeders are really good. Perfect for a species like this with the small mandibles. They can get in there and really enjoy getting into those sugar water. If you don't already know, you haven't seen a lot of my videos, I do actually make my own solution up. So sugar and water, and mix it up and put it into there like that. So I found it's great for all of my species. Every single one of my colonies, I make up my own. So I just get raw sugar, fill up my little container that I have with about 50% of the raw sugar, and then I just add some nice bottled water, make sure it's nice and clean and nothing in it, and I mix that up and then put it into these liquid feeders. And you can see they're really enjoying that over there at the moment. So that's my trick with that anyway, with the sugar water. And normal water, yeah, just the standard bottled water for them as well. There we go, beautiful. Okay, Gordon, just made that comment there about experiencing issues with feeders leaking into the outworld. I have seen a bit of that happen from time to time, and a lot of it seems to be down to the viscosity or the thickness of the sugar water that you are giving them, and the temperature as well. So a little bit of trial and error, maybe trying to make it a little bit thicker might help. Also, depending on what liquid feeders you are using, some are not as good as others. This particular one's the Biformica. They're really good. They're probably one of the better ones I've found. Also, this other style that I have here, these ones here from the Ant Lab, they're also a very good feeder. I find them quite good as well, and don't leak as much as some of the other ones that are out there. This is one of the water towers as well. So No, let's just set this up here a little bit. Nice and close. Beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at a couple of these questions that I've got running here as well. And Zepping, what's your favourite species in your collection? This is a hard one. It does change from time to time. I love the meat ants. They're really good. They're really interesting to watch. I think their setup makes them enjoyable to watch as well. Their outworld, it's nice and big, big tank, and in the nest, plenty to look inside the nest as well. So yeah, they're really enjoyable. I do love them. I love my Mimisia brevinota as well, which I was going to show you guys. But anyway, she took the cricket into the nest. Yeah, one of the workers took down a cricket about 5 minutes before the live stream started and dragged it into the nest. It would have been good to show, so I'll keep an eye on them. There's more crickets in there, and if they take another one down, I'll make sure I go straight over there and show you guys that. So yeah, I love the Mimisia brevinota, but I've always had a soft spot for the Camponotus consubrinus, or the banded sugar ants. Ever since I did a science project at school where I caught one of the queens, I had to pin it and present it for my biology class, and I've always loved them since then. So they will always have a soft spot. What else can I say? I mean, the strobe ants that I have going, that colony is doing really well. Yeah, the numbers are really big now, and they're booming. And I've just recorded an update video on my strobe ants, and I'm editing that one now. So hopefully I'll have that out in the next week or so. So you've got another video there to look at. And I do have a couple of other ones as well coming. So done a little bit of testing. Got a few little products to show as well, some new products to the market. And these will just be my first impressions. A lot of them I haven't actually tested and tried, but just my first impression of what the nests look like. So always good. So yeah, what species is your favorite of mine? I guess I'll ask that one back to you guys. Yeah, that's right, Gordon. Yeah, for a long time there, I did a lot of my sugar ants. I actually looked back at my content and I realized that there's plenty of videos that I really need to do and to make updates on. Like even my banded sugar ants, it's been probably nearly a year since I put a video out on them, and I can't believe it's been that long. So yeah, it's incredible, and time flies, and I wish I had more time to make more videos, but I'm trying to streamline a few of my processes so that I can get them out quicker for all of you guys, because I really just want to share this ant keeping experience, give you guys plenty of content. And what I am trying to do is to get a few of the shorts out. I'm not a massive fan of shorts in a lot of ways, but at least it's a way that I can give you a little bit of an update on some of the colonies. So that's my idea behind it. And look, I hope that's okay for all of you. Just have a few little updates on the shorts. But what I really want to do is these long form videos and a few more live streams like this as well. So you can see the stuff live. You can ask me questions, and if there's particular species that you want to see, I'm more than happy to show them to you. Okay, so yeah, bull ants, Terry, yeah, brevinota, they're definitely an amazing species to have. In my last video, I found 3 colonies of those out in the wild. That was a really good experience. Did you enjoy that last video I did? Just going ant hunting, I guess. Yeah, it was a really good experience. Learned a lot about collecting footage and how to do things differently next time. So I'm going to do that again, I hope, and probably make it a little bit nicer for everybody to view, and a bit more of a story and a bit better photography of what I found out there. So yeah, definitely want to do that again, because Australia has some beautiful species, and I'd love to showcase them. Yeah, very good. All right. we're getting a few joining the stream, so it's fantastic. Yeah, welcome to everybody. And if you are watching this on a catch up later on, if you weren't able to come along to the live stream, welcome, and thank you very much for joining us. So what I'm going to do now, oh wow, Terry, that's insane. Brevinota, £400 in the UK. That is absolutely insane. I can't believe that. That is amazing. Okay, let me just over here. Yeah, look, Mimosia or bull ant queens in Australia are expensive, but they're nowhere near that sort of price here. They can be quite hard to get though, and I wish there were more, like a larger variety of species. I mean, there's 93 species of bull ants in Australia. I'd love to see some different ones. I mean, Brevinota are very popular. They're one of the largest species of ants in the world, but there's plenty of other species out there that really need to be showcased. Yeah, so I think there's a few other species I'd like to see. I have a Mimosia gullosa. I've got 2 queens of those. One of them currently has some eggs that have just hatched to larva, so I'm really excited and hoping that colony can come along nicely. I don't want to showcase it too much because you disturb Mimosia, they just seem to eat their brood, and it's just really annoying. I do also have another Mimosia tassata queen, which is beautiful. Unfortunately, my Nigra cincta queen and workers, Boadicea and the Valkyries, that colony has died out. Yeah. Okay. Ants Epping. All right, question. Why did you choose the name Novo Ants? Yes, all right. Maybe I should have gone Ants Novo. People seem to find channels easier if ants is the first word. But no, I went Novo Ants because where I live in Australia, New South Wales, I live pretty much just near Newcastle. And people from Newcastle are called Novocastrians. So that's what I went for. Novo Ants, Novocastrian ants. Yeah, if that answers that question. Great question. Okay. What I'm going to do is just turn the camera around and we'll just have a look. There is a lone Brevinota worker in the outworld. Let's see if we can get a good close-up of her. A little bit grubby, unfortunately. Tank there. But we do get a bit of a... There she is. Aren't they beautiful? Totally amazing. You might actually be able to, if you would like, I might be able to show you inside the nest of the Brevinota colony as well, because the brood is coming along very nicely. Now, I had a few failures recently in the colony, which was a bit of a setback for them. I believe that was mainly because there was a fair bit of disturbance, but I couldn't get crickets to them in time, and the brood just seemed to go hungry and then die. Even when I did manage to get some crickets over to them, it was too late, unfortunately, and pretty much all of them died off. So I lost about 8 or 9 larvae, which was the next batch of workers that was coming out. So this next one, I've just kept the crickets up to them, loaded them up. All right, let's go and see if I can get inside the nest. I'll just take off those lids and we'll give you a look inside. All I need to do here is see if I can keep it steady enough so you can see them. There we go. All right, hope that's coming through okay. So what I've done is I've decided to heat this nest. Again, just to promote the growth of the brood, because it's essential that I get this next batch to a close properly and start spinning their cocoons, because I need new workers for this colony. So yes, so you'll notice up in the top there's a little bit of moisture on the top. That's because I have had the heat cable on them. And you never know, we might be able to find the queen in here. See if we can find her. Very hard to find this queen. Yeah, that's right, Gordon. Definitely need to keep the temperature up. My whole ant room is inside my garage, and that does get quite cold at night with no insulation. So definitely need to make sure that I have some temperature up to keep the brood nice and warm. Aren't they amazing? They're so cool. Very privileged to have this colony. I'm just going to pop over to the back here so I can get this brood a little bit better. Yeah, so we've got a few there. Over in the back there, we've got some eggs. Unfortunately, that moisture on the top's a bit annoying. But you can see there's a few larvae. Come back here a little bit and see if I can. Very hard to get the footage here today, unfortunately, but I think we're doing all right. Fantastic. Excellent. All right, well, I'm just going to position it back over here a little bit. Worker for a second. Got another worker out there as well, which is good, because I am really hoping that we're going to see a cricket get taken down. I'm not a massive fan of live feeding, but for these girls, you do not have a choice. They need to hunt. Welcome, Delhi 475. Great to have you along. Fantastic. Okay, so a question I had. I listened to. All right, my first question: who watches Ant Holifer? It's pretty famous out there in the ant keeping world. Good night, Aaron. You do? Okay. So quite a few. I watch quite a few of his videos as well. I wish he made some more long form videos. He seems to do a lot more shorts now. That's fine. I can totally understand that. Again, same sort of problem that I have is just time. Shorts are a lot easier and quicker to get out, but it's really the long form stuff that I think gets people involved in the species. So the question I have is in one of his podcasts. I don't know if you've listened to the Ant Pod. About a month ago, he was talking about, is ant keeping doomed? What do you think? What would you like to see in the hobby? I'm interested to know, what do you think the hobby needs? There seems to be plenty of products out there for everybody and plenty of things to choose from, plenty of ant species for sure. Do you think we need plenty of content creators? People that are showcasing what ant keeping is all about? Do we need more events? Things like that. Really keen to understand what you think. Okay, yes, so we've got a few people. Oh, excellent. All right, Knight Aaron, met him at AntCon, fantastic. Yeah, I watched a few videos there on AntCon. That was really interesting. I'd love to get along to that one day, but that's going to require a ticket to England. But yes, maybe one day. Love to turn up, maybe be a special guest there. I think Ant Antics runs that, and I'd love to go and see their setup, and I'd love to see some leaf cutters in the flesh as well. Yeah, no, that's really good. Excellent. So definitely, yes, he's moving house and changing a few things. So that probably has slowed him up a fair bit. Yeah. Terry, you mentioned cheaper outworlds as well. I mean, definitely. Anything cheaper is good. Unfortunately, the downside to that is that a lot of people don't make enough money out of it. So then they can't survive too long. They really need some other form of income. I'm just going to flick around back to the meat ants for a little bit over here. Let's zoom in up to the nest entrances. You can see it up there. There's a bit of hive activity happening up there at the moment. Literally a hive of activity, I guess. Yeah, so I think some cheaper outworlds I've found with myself, I have not really bought many outworlds at all. And that's generally because they're not big enough for me. I like big outworlds because I like them to have room to move. I like to be able to see them interact with the outside world, so to speak. You know, I bought 2 fish tanks for $80, second-hand ones, just off a local marketplace. And, you know, I've used one here for my meat ants, so it didn't cost me much at all, and a little bit of work just to get it going. And then I've got another one for my Mimisia brevinota, which is about the same size, which I'm going to set up for them as well. So those sorts of things, or otherwise, when I first started, I just got Tupperware containers and made outworlds from that as well. And I found that really good. I didn't have to outlay much money or anything for that. And then nests, you know, I built a few of my own nests as well. So I tried to keep the cost down. But there definitely are some things you need to spend your money on. And this hobby gets addictive with different species that you may want. Sans small ant channel, 250 subscribers. Well done. Fantastic. That's great. So yeah, keep that content going. I'll pop over and have a look at your channel later and see what sort of videos you make. Excellent. Whereabouts are you from? What country are you from? Unless I missed that before. Podcasts mentioned my channel and yours around 40 minutes. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really nice to get a shout out. Just a little bit of feedback about what people think of your channel. You never really know, so it's really good to be able to get that feedback. The more comments, the more love I get. The people that watch the videos, it just makes me want to make more videos for you guys. So definitely, I've been doing this for quite a while now. I've been ant keeping properly for about 7 years now, and I've still got my very first queen alive and running, which is great. So yeah, definitely want to keep the content coming for you guys. A lot of people start off with good intentions, I think, and then realize that it is quite hard to keep it up. You really do need to have a big passion for ants and sharing the hobby with others to keep it up. So far, so good. I love ants that much that I just really want to share them with everybody. Okay. Now, Gordon C, reasonable price nests and colonies. Yeah. Definitely is the case. I think it could be done better there. Freight's a little bit of a killer too. Some way to be able to do that. I mean, I'd love if there was an actual ant store somewhere in Australia. That would be really nice, but I know that's very expensive to do as well, so most of them have to be online. You also mentioned there an ant con in Australia. That would be amazing. I would really love that. I'd love to be part of that. There is the entomology expo that's run down in Melbourne, or near Melbourne anyway, in Victoria. I'd love to get to that one day. This year, unfortunately, I've got another commitment that week. I was hoping to be able to get down there for that. But one day I'd like to get along to one of those things as well. And, you know, take a few colonies down and just show them off, really, and get people involved in the hobby. I think the more people that can get involved, the better. It makes the whole hobby good for everybody. Terry, yeah. Okay, great. Excellent. So you've got a good supplier there. That's fantastic. If you've got somebody you can really trust and enjoy a good relationship with them, that's great. Stock on Nest and Outworld Zero for months now. Oh, yeah, that's a shame. I don't know why that happens. If you're out of stock, clearly they're selling. You need to just be able to make more of them. So again, that's another issue with what is out there. I've often thought about making my own nests. I had a little bit of a run at it there for a second, but unfortunately I lost my manufacturer before I got off the ground, really. I only had 5 made. Collector's edition. Okay, Victoria, Australia there, Pissants. Very good. Fantastic. You might be able to get down to that entomology show. Okay. Now, maybe a little bit of a competition time, hey? How many people? We don't have a lot on here at the moment. Maybe it was a bit of a bad time. But yes, I was going to have a little bit of a question just to see how much you guys pay attention to my channel. And we might have a little bit of a giveaway. I've actually got a nest here that I did give away, but they haven't actually collected it and given me any details. It's been quite a long time now, so I'm going to give it away now. So you never know, Terry. If you're quick on the mark, mate, you might be able to get one of these nests, and I'll freight it over to you. All right, let's have a look. Are you ready? Now, basically, the first person to answer correctly will get the nest. Let me just go and grab it. Bear with me. Oh boy. Okay. Now, this is a 3D printed nest. And it's a really good one. In fact, I did the review on this. Let me come back here a bit, wind it up. I can show you. This is the type of nest here. If you remember it at all. Okay. So yeah, you've got the good 3D printing inside. Very nice. It's got that bit of coloration to it. It's got the moisture down the bottom here, so you can insert the water through the bottom, and then it gives the moisture out to the nest. So really nice. You do have these ports on the side here as well. So these ports you can interchange. This one's got a little bit of mesh on it, so the ants can't get out, and you can attach different tubes and everything up to it. So this is the nest. Yeah, nobody collected it, unfortunately. Get rid of that. So yeah. All right. Let's do this. So first person to answer this correctly, I'll send you this nest. All right, there we go. There's the question. What was the name of my Rotida Panera Metallica queen that died? What was her name? Let's go. There's not many of you online here, so there's a good chance you're going to win it. Who remembers? I've got to get another Rotida Panera Metallica queen. Oh, no, sorry, Terry. Not Ruby. My daughter names all of my queens, so you never know what they're going to come up with. It's in a few of my videos. I think it's even in the title of some of my videos. So depending on how quick you are at opening another window up, you might be able to get it. These nests, if you are interested, they're from the Ant Lab. So it's a 3D printed nest from an Australian producer. Very nice nests. In fact, it's the same maker for the nests here that I have in my meat ant colony. So, yeah. Want Terry to win? Good on you, Gordon. Look, if no one's going to get it, I might just have to send it to you, Terry. Like, yep. Send you a care package for joining Patreon, eh? All right. Well, that didn't go down too well, did it? Okay. Maybe I'll just have to come up with another question. Let's put that nest to one side for the moment. Make sure it's all wrapped up and safe. Okay. Now, I do have another question here, but yeah, actually, now a couple of you here are already, welcome Terry to the Patreon family. Gordon C's already part of it as well. If you do want to, jump on and join Patreon, then yeah, you're definitely welcome to. It's a really good way just to be able to get some behind the scenes sort of information. Gordon will know for sure. I post a little bit of some updates and some extra photos and things like that on Patreon, so you can actually see those little things that are happening, what I'm actually up to in between making videos. Nice little way, and I really appreciate it. It enables me to be able to put some money toward the hobby as well. All these things do cost money, which you all are aware of that as well, but every little bit helps. Yeah. Very good. Okay. There we go. Ah, Pissants. You just beat him to the mark. There we go. Night Dust. That's it. Night Dust and the Green Berets. Yeah, very good. Fantastic. All right. Well, there you go. I'm sorry, Terry. You just got beaten to the mark there. But yes, the Green Berets, that is the name of the colony that was there. Unfortunately, the queen died and then the colony just died out, and I was only getting those males or drones. So very good. Excellent. Pissants, if you just want to send me a email to novoants@gmail.com and I'll send that nest out to you. Now, I do have one more competition question. And I have a Novo Ants coffee mug to send out. Yeah, you're only just pipped. Just pipped, Terry. That's all right. We'll get there. It was literally, if I look back in here, it was seconds between it. Okay, let's have a look here. Now I have one more question. Boy, I can't believe I've already been on for 46 minutes. Okay. Fastest fingers ready again. What was the first product I did a review of? And I need the brand and the product. Yeah, Gordon C. Can't thank you enough for all of the coffee cups that you've got. It's fantastic, mate. You have, yep, one of every colour. Full collection. I still use my one every day. And in fact, a couple of guys that I work with have got them as well. Come on, Terry, you've got to go back through all of my videos and watch them all again, I think. There's about 250 there. Maybe I should just say, maybe Pissants, maybe you can't win this one because you've already won the nest, maybe? I don't know. So what was the first product I did a review of? In fact, that was my YouTube, what was it? YouTube start, really. I was basically wanted to know how YouTube worked, and I couldn't work out what to do it of, and I thought, hey, hang on, what about my little ant keeping hobby here? What if I do it on a new nest that I received? There you go, a little bit of a hint. Oh, piss ants, not quite right. Sorry. Oh, I need a little bit more info. Come on, Terry. Yeah, so when I started my YouTube, I basically wanted to put something out there just to see what it was. All right, what do we got here coming in? Hang on. So, okay. Pissants said Ozant's starter kit collection. So close. So close. And then, oh, yep, then you've said Waitong. And then Terry's come in with the high-tech nest. Ah, so close. It definitely was the Oz Ants Waitong starter kit. That was the first one I ever did the review of. Really nice product too. Seems like Oz Ants isn't doing too many nests anymore, which is a big shame. Ant Keeping Depot used to be a big supplier here in Australia, but they're not seem to be doing too much anymore. A lot of their products are out of stock, which is a big, big shame. But there's plenty of other good ones out here. In fact, a dealer that I have a lot to do with is Ant Shop Oz. They have many, many good products as well. And I've got a video coming up soon on some of the new nests that are being released as well, which is really good to see, that you might be able to enjoy. Very good. Okay, well, technically, Pissants, you've got that right again. But I don't know if I can give you two. Am I allowed to hand out two prizes to the one person? Yeah, I agree, Gordon C. It's good to have these ones in Australia. We have the Ant Lab, which is a fairly new one, which is really great to have them. They have a lot of nice products. Some of the one of their suppliers for some of their nests, these 3D printed nests, is very good. Spends a lot of time and research, R&D really, research and development into putting the nests out there, tests them thoroughly before he puts them out there, and gets a lot of feedback from them. So I really love that. So I really like to support the Ant Lab for doing that. But Ant Shop Oz, they have been around for a long time. They have a great variety of ants there as well. So, yeah. Support those guys. I don't know if there's any other shops out there that you use in Australia. Gordon, have you used any, or Pissants, have you used any in Australia here that you find really good, apart from those guys? Yeah. Okay, all right. All right, I'm going to send you something anyway, Terry. So send me your address on Novo Ants. Hang on, here we go. I can do this at gmail.com. Fantastic, gives an interesting list of products too. Ah, okay. All right, I'm going to have to check them out. I haven't had a look at them. Yeah, all right, that'll be interesting. So, Pissants and boy, I don't know if I'm a fan of that name. Pissants and Terry S. If you want to send me your address details over to my email there at novoants@gmail.com, I'll send you something. I've got that nest definitely for you, Pissants, that I'll send up, and yeah, I'll have a rummage around and see what I can find as far as coffee cups. I'll send those out too. Very good. Now, yeah, I like to sort of keep these live streams to around about the hour maximum as well. So, yeah, is there anything else you would like to see? We've just got a few minutes left on this live stream. Love to be able to show you something else before we do go tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. It's really great to have you all along here and be able to have a chat and show you a few things. I will have to do these a bit more often though, I think, and maybe a bit of variety and timing. The last one I did seemed a little bit more popular, which was on a Sunday morning at about 10 a.m. So I might aim to do that as well next time. Yeah. Now, I'm going to see if I can give you a little bit more Brevinoda action before I go as well. One thing I will do for you, Terry, though, you've joined at the worker status there on Patreon. I will make sure I get that tree planted for you and send you the certificate as well. So a great way I feel to give back to the ants really is to get some trees planted around the world. I plant these ones all in Australia. A really good organisation, One Tree Planted, and gives a little bit back to the environment that these beautiful ants inhabit, and hopefully keep those ecosystems going, because ants contribute so much to us. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks, Gordon. Really do appreciate it, mate. You've been a fantastic supporter of the channel. Really appreciate all the feedback you've given me. Your generosity is just absolutely amazing. And you are probably the only supporter I think I've actually met in the flesh. So absolutely amazing, Gordon. Top bloke. Terry there, yeah, some more live streams, definitely. I'd like to have a little bit more structure around them perhaps as well. Maybe I should have, yeah, a little bit more structure in what to showcase. It means it's a little bit hard for me to interact as much, but maybe I can have a question and answer time, showcase a few different things off as well, and maybe even show products over the live stream. My channel is now up to, boy, 6,700 subscribers, which is really good. A nice little boost there. So hopefully by the end of the year we can make it up to the 10,000 mark. And yeah, that just really helps me keep going as well. YouTube obviously doesn't give you a lot for doing this, but hey, it pays for the crickets probably. Fantastic. And yeah, thank you, Pissants, for joining us tonight. That's really good. Yeah, I'd like to keep these long form videos going, and I'd love to do get back up to where I was doing at least 2 a month of the long forms, and then just supplement it a little bit with some of the shorts from time to time. And maybe I can aim for 1 live stream a month or something. How does that sound? Because I just looked back, and my last live stream was nearly a year ago. I can't believe it. Time has flown. So definitely want to give more content back to you wonderful ant keepers and you wonderful Patreons that do support me as well. And it's amazing, absolutely amazing to have the support. So as a little special treat, I'm just going to set the camera up, pan over back over to some Brevinodas, have a good little look there as well. But I hope you have enjoyed it tonight, and yeah, absolutely great to have your company, and I hope you all keep well, and over the weekend enjoy a wonderful weekend. There we have the amazing Brevenator. Great species to have, yet to be stung by them. Hopefully I will never have that happen. We've just got a couple of minutes left here on the live stream. Whoops. Helps if I don't drop cameras. Look at that worker there, just picking up that egg. That's pretty cool. Moving the eggs around. Very delicate and gentle with their mandibles. Welcome along, Reese Johnson as well. Glad to have you here. That's my say. Welcome. And Wolfeld's welcome. Unfortunately, I'm wrapping up the live stream tonight. But yeah, please watch the replay if you like, and catch up with all the things that we were talking about, and the wonderful look at my colonies and species. Thank you so much for coming along and joining in. And I think the live streams are just getting better and better with the quality, the beautiful camera, and I think we've got a few more added little features here with this new software from StreamYard. And yeah, I might even look at seeing if I can get the membership there. Makes it a bit easier. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I will leave you there tonight. Have a great weekend. Always remember, happy ant keeping.